Over here we have Lobivia winteriana, and I now moved this plant into the other greenhouse so we can focus on filming, so we can focus on just showing it in a nice way. This is a very big plant. It takes very long for them to reach such a size. And it didn't. This plant looked so bad last year because it was at a poor spot. Made me finally realize Lobivia winteriana cannot be in a shady spot. No matter how many Lobivia winteriana I have, they always do well on the sunny spots and they always do poorly on the shady spots. So over here you can see this amazingly beautiful flower, and this is pretty big. I mean, for Lobivia, very big flowers. And now I want to get something from the freezer. We will pollinate this thing. First collect pollen on this one and this one. I think the other one isn't pollinated either. So we'll see what we can do with that. I try not to work too much with frozen pollen because it reduces the success rate. But today we will make an exception because I do not want to waste the flowers. I brought a few bags of pollen from the freezer. These are different parents, so we will have to look at the pollen and how it looks like. I wasn't sure if this is 2023 or 2024, but both should be all right. Of course, the fresher one is the better one, but these could still be viable, and I just don't want to waste a lot of time for a cross with frozen pollen. We will just try this out and see how it goes. And if it succeeds, it is a sign that pollen stays viable for very long if frozen correctly. Okay, so this is better. I've been fighting with the tripod, and this is just a bad tripod. I have a few different tripods, and none of them works properly. But yeah, now we want to collect pollen. I moved Lobivia winteriana in the shade now, but we cannot keep that plant where it is now. So it will just be for the video, just to collect pollen and pollinate, and then I will move it into the sunny greenhouse again, because otherwise you have you just have it too shady for this beautiful species. I'm about to lose it on the tripod. So it's definitely possible that I will trash this thing. But let me just first get my brushes. I want to collect pollen now, finally. Okay, I changed the position of the camera and the plant. It isn't good, but I'm happier than it was before. Okay, so let's get started. I want to collect pollen before the last rest is shriveled up, and in the next days we will order new brushes. Next order that I get, I will put some of the money into buying new brushes. We need, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 brushes for the season. They usually arrive pretty fast, but we need to buy it now. The costs aren't high, just a few bucks. So right now I'm collecting pollen of Lobivia winteriana. It is a very useful species. Yeah, by the way, do you see how the flower has reacted to the change in light? It looks like it's closing up a little bit because the new spot is more shady than the old one, and now the plant feels like it's going through the later part of the day, maybe. I'm happy that I took more photos and videos beforehand before doing this video. Sometimes the moment you move something, it starts closing up. But now that I look at my bag, I'm not seeing any pollen in my bag, so there's no pollen, barely any. And it's weird because it looked like there might be pollen on the brush, but I'm not seeing any in my bag right now. I hate that. What a rocky start when you want to make pollinations and you only have 1 or 2 parents. I do not like working like that, so therefore we brought something from the freezer and we will do pollinations now. Okay, so I brought pollen of a hybrid called Muldestern, which is a Lobivia hybrid with Lobivia winteriana, and that could produce a great result here. So we will pollinate that one with it. I think the pollen is from 2023, so this will be a good viability test. But if it fails, there are other possibilities why it failed. You know, it could also be that the pollen is viable, but they are genetically incompatible. So just because some of the pollinations that we do right now might fail, doesn't automatically mean it's the pollen. Frozen pollen can stay viable for pretty long. But yeah, I'm shocked by the state of my brushes, and I cannot work like this year. So I need to do something. I don't know. Get me a whole bag of different brushes. Yeah, okay, so this is a Thomas Stöfer hybrid called Esmeralda. So why not? I don't care. We will pollinate it. We will try it out. Who knows? And this is a hybrid between it's a Huasha hybrid, I think. The body looks very Huasha like. Thomas Stöfer is the breeder. Okay, so this one here, Esmeralda, this one pollinated with Muldestern, and the last one we will pollinate with a multihybrid, Pachanoi oprepanda, because I want to get Pachanoi into Lobivia to get the large flowers, combine them with Lobivia, maybe have a day flowering, beautiful flower, larger. That's the goal. Mostly trying to combine Trichocereus and Lobivia. Okay. Yep, good. So I'm done with this piece of trash. It's just, you're doing this while you're filming and it looks like crap. I really do not have many standards, but this is reaching it. This is stressing it too much. So yeah, let's get another tripod. This is my oldest tripod. It's completely broken. I can only use it for health size stuff, but it still works great. Doesn't make weird noises when I move it. So we will use that in the future. Okay, now we have the other tripod. Hey friend, could you fly away please? Okay. Yeah, so we did our pollinations now. Lobivia winteriana. We'll definitely try to propagate some of the pups at the base. I want to make sure that this plant stays around because I almost lost it just last year. It shows you how big of a difference you can make when you give it a good spot and nothing else. I think I will leave it a little bit in the wind, just standing there, and later I will move it into a greenhouse. So let me just go through the parents again. First one was Muldestern, second one was TS 126 Esmeralda, and the last one was Paranoia oprepanda. So now we have a bunch of brushes that we need to disinfect. I will put these into 70% alcohol just for a minute or so. I used to keep them there for much longer and it completely destroyed the brushes. But it's enough to disinfect the pollen and reuse the brushes again next time. Okay. This is the end of the pollination day. Not much to do today. And I'm actually a little bit bothered by it. I would love to do more today. If it would mean that I can do less work in 2 weeks. Right now it's the calm before the storm. And I really hope we can make it. A lot of people do not know how much stress it is when the flower season of a cactus breeder happens. All my friends, they are pretty roughed up during that time. It's only for a few months, but now the cactus breeders are sweating. Yeah. And for the rest of the day I want to film some more videos. I'm working on my sow out box that I built for the channel. We will be sowing out, doing a lot more in the future. And I want to film that too, so there will be another video probably during the day. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. You can support the channel at patreon.com/cactusjerk or through YouTube, through the members only section with the Cactus Mastery series. This is going to be a huge series, I promise you. I will work on this thing long term. So I want to make sure that at some point this whole thing has years of material that I will constantly expand on. Yeah, and I have books at trichocereus.net. So if you want to support, you can do it there too. Alright, bye.